This is Staccato from the 2nd Street Dreams audio network. I'm Judlyn Gibson. This week, I have a note dotting the classical music landscape. Songs in 3 languages. This is one of them. It's Mysterioso, sung in Farsi by Soprano Hila Plitmann. It's about death, seeking a soul in someone and finding none kills the person by stabbing them. It's part of the Songs of Love and Loss portion of the album Songs in 3 Languages, composed by Richard Danielpour.
Another piece was in Italian, which is also a language that's very dear to me because Rome and Italy, in a way, is my second home. And then lastly, on a much more personal level, these songs in English, which were written by my father. So we have these 3 different languages, Persian, Italian, and English, which are all languages that are part of, central to my life, if you will.
Since we're coming up on Father's Day, Danielpour wanted to include his father, Saeed's, poems. They're set to music on the album, sung in English.
My father was a poet businessman who was diagnosed with MS when he was 38 and I was 8. And he passed away. I was alone with him when he passed away at the age of 21. Many years later, my mother had unearthed these letters that he had written to her when he was stuck in Iran trying to conclude his business. And he wrote these letters to her in the form of love poems. What was interesting is my mother, who's now 88 years old, heard it and she was just so thrilled to actually have a chance to hear this set to music. And it was such a profound and poignant experience for me to be setting my father's text, which was written in 1964.
Songs in 3 Languages is 20 tracks. Plus, Danielpour composed an opera, the Grand Hotel Tartarus.
6 characters check into a very opulent hotel. They don't know how they got there, and they're kind of puzzled. They're greeted by the hotel manager, who's a very cultivated, elegant man named Mr. Lucian. By the end of the evening, after having had this sumptuous meal and they've been indulged and expensive, a few of them decide they'd like to go home. They're told it's not possible and explains to them that they can't go home because they're all dead and they're in hell. And Mr. Lucian is the devil. Tartarus is the Greek name for a kind of cross between purgatory and hell, in which it was not permanent, but was potentially transitory.
Danielpour is working on getting another production of the opera booked, but his album, Songs in 3 Languages, is on various platforms.
If life's end would come like a breath of wind that takes away.
Find the links on the Staccato page on 2ndstreetdreams.com. That's Staccato. I'm Judlyn Gibson on the 2nd Street Dreams audio network.